three companies that make almost all of the world's computer memory have a criminal record. And I really mean that. In the early 2000s, Samsung and the company called SK Hynix were caught running a price-fixing scheme on memory, rigging what you pay for RAM. They pleaded guilty in US federal court. They paid hundreds of millions in fines. Some of their executives went to prison as well. That's not a rumor or a theory. That's on the record. I am telling you this because I think you deserve to know who you're actually buying from. I've been around computer hardware for a long time, and I build machines, I spec them for a living as well, and I know what parts are supposed to cost. Which is why a little while ago, when I went to buy some RAM and saw the price, I stopped cold. 2 sticks of 32 gigs ordinary memory, and it cost almost 4 times what it should. My first thought was, well, that I'd make a mistake, but I hadn't, because RAM has roughly quadrupled in about a year. The same memory, the same speed, 4 times the money. So the question I started asking is the one this whole video is about. Why? Why does the stuff inside your computer suddenly cost a fortune? And is it a coincidence that the companies charging you have already been convicted of rigging these exact prices once before? Let's actually answer that. Why does the memory in your computer suddenly cost a fortune? And part of it, to be fair, is just supply and demand doing what it does. Almost all the world's computer memory comes from the 3 companies. That's Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. Between them, they make around 95% of it, which is kind of wild when you sit with it. Basically, every stick of RAM on the planet traces back to 3 suppliers. And over the last couple years, those 3 noticed something they couldn't ignore. The whole AI industry is starving for memory. You know that already, probably. Those data centers running AI models need a special high-speed kind of memory, and they'll pay enormous amount of money, the way more than you or I are ever gonna pay for a couple of sticks of gaming RAM. So the companies did what any business does when a richer customer walks in. They pointed their factories at the people paying more. That's where it circles back to you and your PC, because making memory isn't unlimited. Every factory only has so much capacity, and that AI-grade memory eats up a lot more of it per chip than the normal RAM in your machine does, roughly 3 times as much. So every chip they're building for the data centers is a chip they're not building for you or me. And AI is now on track to swallow something like 70% of the world's memory this year. A couple years ago, that was maybe about 20 to 30%. So think about what shortage even means here. Normally, you'd picture a factory that can keep up. Something broke, a fire, a flood, whatever it is, but that's not what's happening. Really nothing broke. The factories are running totally fine, and they could make your RAM tomorrow if they wanted to. They're just choosing to make the AI stuff instead because it pays them more, which means the memory you can't afford isn't missing anywhere. It's actually getting made right now, and it's not just being made for you. And if you're thinking, all right, I'll just keep the RAM upgrade and wait out, I mean, I've got some bad news, because it isn't staying in its lane. That same memory shortage is bleeding into everything else in your machine. Take storage, for example. Those SSDs you drop your games and files onto. It's the same story. The chips inside them come from the same strange supply, and prices, they have jumped something about 150% in a matter of months. So it's not only your RAM anymore, it's the drive next to it. And it's creeping into the whole computers too. The big pre-built brands like your Dells, your Lenovo's, HP's, they already said machines are getting 15 to 20% more expensive straight up, because the parts inside cost them more now. Even Framework, the smaller company people actually root for, had to hike their memory prices and just stop selling certain RAM on its own because scalpers are buying to it. And then there's Micron, one of those 3 big memory makers. They took their consumer brand, the one regular people have been buying for years, and basically walk away from it. They retired the whole thing. They rather sell everything to the AI data centers than keep making the stuff for you and me, and that tells you pretty clearly where you rank on their list. And one more thing, when things get this bad, right, the shady stuff shows up right on cue. There are already fake RAM sticks floating around out there, empty plastic dressed up to look like the real thing. They're sold to people who don't really know the difference, and that's the stage we're at now. The shortage is bad enough that counterfeiting RAM is a real business. But here's what's actually new. Just a few weeks ago, those same memory makers got hit with a fresh lawsuit and accuses them of doing the whole thing on purpose. The claim is that they are using this AI boom as a cover story, holding back supply deliberately to keep up the prices sky high, while pointing at the data center so it looks all like it's on demand. I'll be careful here because it really matters. That lawsuit is an accusation, not a verdict. It hasn't been proven yet, and cutting production to chase a better paying customer isn't illegal on its own. Companies are really allowed to do that nowadays. What's illegal is competitors agreeing to do it together behind the closed doors. So legally, this is still an open question, and I'm not going to tell you it's settled because it isn't. But look, the same three companies, same product, the same kind of accusation they've already been through once, all landing at the exact moment your RAM quadrupled. I'm sure you understand what's happening by now. You don't have to call it a conspiracy to feel something here doesn't smell right. Okay, so what do you actually do about it? Being angry doesn't get you cheaper RAM, that's for sure. So here's how I'd play it right now. First, only buy what you actually need for the machine you are using today. This is the worst possible time to overspend to be safe. If 32 gigs covers what you do, really, get 32 gigs, not 64. That second batch of memory is where the price really hurts, and most people never touch it anyway. Second, used can still save some money, but you got to be smart about it. Don't go chasing the fast enthusiast kits because scalpers have gotten to those, and some of them are charging more than retail now, which is insane. What still slips through cheap is the ordinary, slightly slower used memory, the stuff really nobody's fighting over. A used mid-speed DDR5 kit runs a fraction of these retail prices and your games won't know the difference. It's the same logic for a used GPU, for example, or a whole machine from a couple years ago. One thing people will tell you that's just wrong, like buy older DDR4 instead, it's cheaper. Not anymore. DDR4 really got dragged up right alongside everything else, sometimes worse because they basically stopped making it. It's no escape hatch. And if the whole reason you wanted a new PC was to run AI at home, just hold off. For most people, really, the AI tools you just use run in a browser on the machine you already own. There's no sense spending a fortune on hardware to feed the exact thing driving these prices up. So that's where we are at. The memory in your computer costs 3 to 4 times what it should, and it's not because the technology got harder to make or some factory burned down. It's because the handful of companies that control all of it found a customer who pays more, and you got shoved to the back of the line. Maybe that's just the market being the market, I don't know, but it's something that courts are going to have a lot more to say about, and we'll see. Well, either way, the move for you is the same. Don't panic buy, don't overspend, get what you actually need and wait this thing out if you can, because relief probably isn't coming until 2027 at the earliest. I want to hear from you on this one though. Have you tried to buy RAM or build a PC recently? What did it cost you, and did you go through with or walk away? Drop in the comments below. I read them and I'm curious how bad it's gotten out there for you. And if this saved you from an expensive mistake, do me a favor and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.